We're about to witness me fighting Anthony Logan, a world-ranked fighter. He had close to, I think, 30 fights at this time. This was my 12th fight. I was a novice. I'll try to react to it as you see it and explain to you what I was going through and why I had this very steel Superboy look about myself. 8 3-minute rounds. Huh? One thing I should actually remind the audience is that I was 22 years old at this time.
Eubank!
Still got the S on the end.
Eubank's record is 11 fights and 11 unbeaten.
Wow. And I remember saying to the promoter, if I beat this guy, you give me the shot at Maji.
20 wins, the Terminator, Anthony Logan!
So he's a Jamaican, same spirit. What I knew was I had to beat him to get to Ben. That's all I needed to know.
Anthony Logan then, the only defeat here against Nigel Benn in an unforgettable two-rounder in the Albert Hall last October. And a bit of a character from the Eubanks fighting family from Brighton in the white trunks there. Chris Eubanks, unbeaten in 11.
I was going to always depend on finding a way because I'm in a fight here which is it's over my head. You know, if he's had 22 fights this is my 12th fight, he's well ahead of me. I remember Ronnie saying to me that there are people in boxing who have lost respect for me. And they've lost respect because, they're saying that I've overmatched you. As in, this guy's too good for you. But you see, with Ronnie, I forced him to do what I wanted. I called for this fight. I called for the Ben fight. I said, get these fights. Get me in front of these guys. Because I was hungry. Okay, and it wasn't for food I was hungry. It was for respect.
America champion, only lost to David Knoll in a 12-rounder.
Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
What a bang-up at the start.
So you can see I come to fight. And this guy here is like, okay, let me see what this guy's got.
And not going to hang about, Jim, I don't think.
No. We ain't seeing anything. I'm coming here to beat you. The first round is, as you go along, you'll follow what you did in the first. So if you start strong, you'll continue to go strong. If you start slow, you end up coming second.
The Hoonigans and Starlins and Bens and Watsons all talking about it now, and even at this level in an 8-rounder. Referee Dave Parris, former boxer from Tottenham, telling him to calm it down a little bit.
Still trying to get my distance.
A little bit too much holding there. Now the referee's got to be very strict with this, and he's going to be. And he blamed Logan for that.
If I surprised him in the first round, then well, get ready and look at what's going to happen in the second, third, fourth, because I know that I switch up the pace. I remember this fight being lit him up.
Fighting too much, Jim. Oh, there as we get the countdown.
No, I think Eubanks is trying to set himself for one big shot inside. He's doing no work. But I think they're both just a little bit too intent in trying to gain the upper hand too early. But big punches been thrown and landed in the first round.
He's a live wire.
Time there, but
I'm still getting my distance.
The percentage of anything that goes on after the bell.
I thought I did more in the first, so let's hope that that I remember correctly that I was an absolute demon in here in this particular fight. I just let rip.
Second round.
So there's a man. I ain't accepting anything from you. Nothing. No matter what you do, I'm going to push forward and push ahead of you. And that's the mindset you have to win.
A lot of pushing and shoving and elbows close in, Jim, isn't there? There's going to be some problems there.
Yeah, well, they both landed decent punches in the first round, so I think once they got up close, they were both showing a little bit too much care. But Eubank's plenty of life about him, and Logan's finding it difficult, as you can see here. Logan's finding it difficult to catch him.
This is a good performance by Eubank, sorry. Good performance.
I want mine. That's right.
Because Logan, you know, we know he can do the business. He's been in with good class fighters all the time. One-time Pan American Games champion. Golden Gloves he won in America as well.
Right!
So he's demanding that step back when told there, Logan. On the break.
Rastafari. Lick him up. Lick him up. Lick him. Lick him. Rastafari.
Cocky with it, but he can fight to prove his point. And there is he going to do it in the second round as Ben did against Logan.
Was Andy like Chris to try and do just as well as what Nigel had done?
No, I'm not thinking about Nigel. I'm just saying to myself, you know, this guy, I've got to hit him whenever I can. I get a chance to throw a punch, throw it, and keep on throwing. Because this is not about being tired. I'm going to get tired. The flurry of punches is energy, and it's energy that is being spent, and it's being spent well. You know, the trainers, they talk to you, you know, conserve your energy. No, that's how you lose. You conserve your energy, and then after the fight, you're kind of walking around going, I could have done better than that. I could have put out more energy. You don't want to be in that situation.
The experience, but he's the one who certainly made all the mistakes in the first one. That was a good punch from Logan. That'll shoot Eubanks up a little bit.
Yeah, it shook me.
So many mistakes when he got caught.
But ain't nothing. Shaking me is not enough.
He tried to come back at Eubanks, and if Eubanks had a bit more power, he could have been in serious trouble. But Logan seems to be through that now, and he's trying to get back on top.
Well, the people in the back of the hall saw that one coming, and certainly Eubanks did. Bit of jeering from the Eubanks fans for getting that punch on the back of the head there, the rabbit blow.
That's a fight.
And right on the belt, behave yourself and step back when told.
Chris, one question. Is there a sense that you have, and you can feel like you're getting on top?
I didn't have that sense that I would be on top, because I had no idea that I would continue to do that. Effectively, I overwhelmed him. Whatever he was going to do, I got there before him. That's not skill. That's not talent. You know, that's grit. That's perseverance. That's drive. Freeze frame. If you look at where my elbow is, so my right hand, it's just above my ear. You can see where my elbow is. That is wrong. That shows you that I'm 12 fights. If you go to me fighting as world champion, so 3 years on, you'll see that my elbow is actually always touching my rib. The most important place to protect is your torso. No one was ever going to stop me to my head. I've got a head, as the dentists tell me. They've never come across a bone structure so dense. To the torso, to the solar plexus, to the ribs, everyone can be stopped. But 12 fights, what are you going to do? Still, I got past the man.
Beginning to flap around a little bit.
At this point in the fight, is there anything in you thinking about who has won the previous round?
What's behind you is not coming back. So the idea is, you're forward thinking. I mean, calculating whether you've won. I mean, I know I'm in a fight. I know I'm in this game here. It's not like fighting Joe Kawasaki where you're just looking to make yourself look credible, because for every one punch you're hitting him, he's hitting you with 3 to 4. It wasn't a fight like that. I'm in this fight. I can win this fight. And I have to win because I'm 12 fights unbeaten, or 11 fights unbeaten, and I've got brothers to bring around. I've got brothers who I have to actually convince that I am worthy. If I hadn't beaten this man comprehensively, which I do, as you will see as it goes on, the decision would have been given to Anthony simply because the promoters are, they have a process of how they raise them and set them up to be world champions. A bit scrappy, but that's good. It's okay, I'm in the fight.
He might push those punches out a bit, Eubank, but they've been effective. He defeated Carlton Warren and Gilbert Yosamu here, Logan, after the Benn defeat. Put him back in the frame again. But now he's certainly having a handful with this one. See, now they're fighting a bit inside now. That's what we want to see now. If the quality fighter's not pushing and shoving so much. At least Logan's been a bit effective there.
I got caught with a nice uppercut there. That's so in fighting. Again, I remember it being in a cleaner fight than this, but I think it gets a bit cleaner as the fight goes on. So this is coming up to the fourth now.
Yeah, that was the third.
Yeah, I'm in a fight.
In class with 11 fights and unbeaten, and stopped 5 of them. Anthony Logan, the Continent of America champion, had a sensational battle for 2 rounds here with Nigel Benn. He's certainly been pushed a lot by, not the unknown Eubanks by any means, but the untried in many ways. Difficult to fight Eubanks, Jim, in the sense that he'll lead with either punch. He doesn't do much orthodox stuff, does he?
Yeah, he does some strange and unusual things.
It's not so much style as it is energy. So the energy is, it's popping, and it wants to pop, and it wants to stay in front, and it's hungry, it's searching, it's seeking, it's vibrant, it's unstoppable. And that's what is very difficult to put your finger on if you are a commentator. Looking at someone who looks like, well, he stands tall, he poses. Should he be doing that? Well, I can't help it if I've got this energy. I want to get it out.
It's no use blaming the Benn defeat for Logan, Jim, because he's had 2 good wins since then.
It isn't technical. And it isn't him. It's nothing about him. He's not there. It's all about spirit. It's all about what I'm putting out. Don't get caught up in what your opponent is doing. What he's finding increasingly difficult to deal with is the energy.
But plenty of life in Eubanks' performance.
You can't hold me back. I'm not looking to take a rest. I'm looking to actually hit you. I'm looking to hurt my man. That's boxing. I have nothing against him. I love him. He's my brother. I'm not playing a game with you. I'm not boxing with you. I've got to beat you.
Worth taking for Logan. So the long lecture from Dave Parris, now a Class A star grade referee with the boxing ball, been upgraded in the last few months.
The referee wants to have a clean fight. If he sees motions which would cause a fight to get messy, he may be warning one of us or the 2 of us. So,
and there we are then, the countdown for the 4th.
So looking at Anthony Logan objectively, he's a very good fighter. I mean, I knew this, but seeing it again so many years later, I'm looking at a fighter you don't get past unless you are really something.
Round 5. So liven up, says Eubanks' corner man there, or former boxer Ronnie Davis. And maybe he's the type of fellow that you've really got to be firm with, to treat them differently, boxers and corners.
I see a lot of fights today where there's no action. You know, amazing to see people actually contest against each other, not pose, but to fight each other. That type of energy is rare to see these days.
Well, so far, Jim, Eubanks has really absorbed Logan's punches quite well, hasn't he? And we know Logan can punch, his record proves it, and even Ben, his known enemy now, would acknowledge that.
Well, I think Eubanks' success so far has come from his enthusiasm, and I wonder if he can hold that into the second half of the fight. No signs of it decreasing here, still plenty of ambition there. But Logan a little bit
That's a beautiful jab.
so far, but you would expect him to start using it, his experience and his ability. He certainly hasn't done it so far, a little bit disappointing.
I will say to Jim, do not be disappointed. He's in there with the energy. And that energy will not be, it will not be overcome.
Well, that slap around the cheek, I think, between rounds has done Eubanks good. He's a little bit disciplined and he's picking punches a lot better in this round.
Always disciplined. Yeah, without a disciplined approach, you haven't learned your trade. You know, this is a state of mind, a state of being, and over and above that, that is to be shown in the way you perform.
Minute to go in the fifth.
One thing of which stands out to me as well is, you know, when I'm punching, the snap. You know, there is snap. There is, you know, it's not just a punch. It's a snap. It's like lightning, and the lightning it hits. It's and that's something of which I miss. It's lightning in human delivery. That means train from the inside out. What the trainer is telling you is good, but it is limited to what you can actually do. Speak to yourself, talk to yourself, ask yourself for that snap, for that energy.
There's an after-bell job. Good job the referee's diving in again there. Round 6. Seconds look like they're smoking, but in fact they've got cotton swab sticks in their mouth there. Scheduled for 8. And the underdog, Chris Eubanks.
Rastafari, lick him up.
Boxed in America, Atlantic City, New York, has done quite well here against Anthony Logan, the man with the reputation.
Courage is deceptive because it gives you more. The more you do, the more you get to do. It's not just courage, okay, I'm going to go forward. Once you accept that you're going to go forward, somehow you get more energy to do what you're doing. So be courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged.
Left hook's been his best punch all the time, Logan, but he's really absorbed it well, Eubanks. I'm surprised.
One of my dentists, he was drilling, trying to get to a root canal, and he's pushing. And I'm like, he needs some help. And I start bringing my head forward and to give him what he needs. And I said, are you okay? He said, yeah. He said, I've never come across a bone as dense as yours. It shows how I could absorb so much punishment. One could say I was built to fight.
Well, they're always in good shape, the Eubanks brothers, and this is no exception. Certainly in good shape. He set a good pace. I wonder maybe in the last couple of rounds, the experience is going to let him down, but it hasn't shown itself yet.
Lick him.
He's head-hunting a lot. I wish he'd switch it about a bit. He ran in a bit dangerously with his head there. I hope neither of them get cut any further there. Logan's been struggling that one above his left eye all the time. They've patched that up pretty well, though.
That's the fight. Yes, lick him up. That's
a good round for Eubanks, isn't it?
All right, See that?
And he's got a bit of a chance. He's floundering a bit now, Logan. He can't really work this fellow out at all. He might be prodding and pushing punches, but they're working. He's leaning in with them a little bit more now.
That's right. Back on him. Lick him up. Let's see, the firepower that won me the fight, I thought I had done more, but I think it's in maybe the last round where, you know, I really actually just let everything go, as I thought I was doing anyway, which was letting everything go.
Just can't put the one single hard punch in there, Eubanks. Big flurry going in. Round 7, scheduled for 8, this middleweight contest then. And Chris Eubanks, unbeaten from Brighton in the white trunks, has been very pleased with himself, I would think, here, because he's had to defeat some light heavies on the way up, and the rising class hasn't really made that much difference to him. He's made Anthony Logan struggle a bit. Can use his strength well with Eubanks. He shoved Logan off quite well there, didn't he? To say, get out of the way, I want to get on with the punching.
Yeah, well, he's
risk is everything. You have to take risks. I can't see what the judges have seen. I'm the fighter, so I have to feel that I'm ahead of him, and I've done everything that I could to be in front of him.
And he's kept Eubanks in the fight all the way through.
Lick him up. Lick him, lick him, lick him up, lick him up. Lick him! Lick him!
The salvos is Eubanks' game.
Yeah.
5 of the 11.
So back and forward, eh?
See, now he's constantly using that right hand, but Eubanks seems to soak them up all right, but for how long?
Lick him up.
And he's back again.
Lick him down below.
It's as though he's working the speedball in the gymnasium, isn't it, Jim? The rhythm and the arms from Eubank.
Yeah, but once again, he's met Logan and he's come back with better punches.
Lick him! Lick him! Lick him!
It just seems too much strength and too much ambition for Logan quite a few times during this fight.
Referee there had the...
Oh, excuse me. I haven't seen this for some time. I can't hear anything, and I can't measure anything that's going on outside. The roar of the crowd or the appreciation of the crowd, I have no recollection of, and I'm not paying attention to that. So that's what's called punching each other to a standstill.
Punching themselves to a standstill here, haven't they?
I remember the words. Well,
it's been a fair pace, and there's been a lot of wrestling inside, which is certainly tiring. But here again, with Eubanks as the one with that little bit more life about his work.
Wow.
Expression on Eubanks' face there. It must have said, well, you caught me, but you haven't hurt me. And he sort of pulled himself together with a touch of arrogance there that has to be admired. As we get the countdown for the 7th. And the crowd really rising to Eubanks now. Last week he had a win, so he's in good fighting trim, Eubanks.
Second round, 8th and last round.
Paul Chris Eubank goes absolutely live. I will be answering live audience questions on the 5th of September at the O2. You can indeed ask me anything. Find the link in the description. I'm told it may be wise for you to reserve your seat now. Apparently, I'm gold.
Round 8, and final round then. And the crowd rising, I would think, more to Eubanks there, don't you, Jim? They seem to be pleased with his work. They hadn't seen him before.
Yeah, well, Eubanks was the underdog at the start of the match, but he's given Logan nothing but problems all the way through. Not really a smooth performance from Logan. He's never been in control. He's never been able to contain Eubanks. And from what I've seen so far, I wouldn't be too upset if Eubanks was given the nod, because Logan's work has really not been very clean cut at any time.
He's certainly fit enough, and as I say, a fight only last week defeated Simon Collins, a tough guy from Merthyr, and he stopped him as well, so he's a very handy fighter, Eubanks.
So that was last week. So they're saying that I had fought like 7-8 days before this. So that's how you do it. You gotta fight. Fight. You gotta be hungry. You gotta chase at every single juncture.
3-minute durations. There's a pumping of punches from the white trunk to Eubanks there again.
I took him out just there. That shot there actually stopped.
Logan sort of fights with the mouth open.
Put it on hold. I hit him with a punch there that separated his nervous system from his muscles. We're going to go back and watch that again to where you see that he is really just, he's holding on for dear life. I remember obviously being well aware of this. After watching it, effectively, I had him knocked out, but he was still standing, and he was able to stand. But again, there you go. Look. Nothing in his punches. Nothing in his punches. He's just holding on and looking, he's just looking to survive. Wow.
Yeah, he has that look at it, but I think now Eubanks is feeling the pace a little bit. I expected a big drive from Eubanks in the last round, but he's just lost a little bit of that enthusiasm, just running out of steam slightly.
Well, we'll see about that, because I remember switching it on.
Minute to go.
It's a great fight. Rastafari. Look him up.
Well, Eubanks has definitely landed more punches, Jim. If that's the name of the game, he's won it, and it hasn't been worn through hitting with the inside of the glove at all as we get into the last half minute. Referee, the sole arbiter, as they say, no judges in British.
Listen to what they call. Listen to the name they call. I have a brother called Simon. Listen. And my brother is with me.
So I think Dave Parris, the referee, always get the decision right away because they tot as they go along. And there it is. And he's giving it to Simon Eubanks, who hesitated for a minute there.
Look at that.
Eubanks as if to say, are you really going to give it to me? And the expression there, how do you describe that? One of shock, I would think. But he now knows that he's hit the jackpot in many ways.
That's right.
And fair dues to Logan, who's given him the friendly tap on the head. And there it is, he can't believe his luck. And he's fought well for it, Simon Eubanks. So there it is, he started with a pose of the body, and he finishes that way, and a big hug for the manager.
That's, boy. That's my brother. You know. Simon Eubank, 27 fights, 7 wins, 20 losses. Okay, so boxing killed my brother, frontal lobe dementia. So yeah, I didn't remember that I would have this emotion, So this is who we are. This is real for us. And the emotion of winning, I remember, I won that respect from my brothers. I won that respect. And so the combination of that with Simon then, losing his life a few years ago. So all of that is why it's emotional. Everybody knew that Anthony was supposed to win this fight. But I did the right thing. I had the right strategy. Energy. and these are the fights that make people addicted to boxing.